Hello and welcome. I'm Adam Dennison, Vice President, Midsize Enterprise Services with the Channel Company. I'm joined today with a couple of experts in the industry. I want to say thanks to them real quick. Introduce Scott Slater. He's America's sales leader for Microsoft Surface. Welcome, Scott.
Hi, Adam. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And from the Intel team, we have Matt Harrison. He's a PC technical solutions specialist with the Intel folks. Thanks a lot, Matt, for joining us as well.
No problem. Happy to be here. Looking forward to it.
Scott, I want to go back to you for a second here. And again, putting the IT leader hat on, I've got competing priorities. I've got budget priorities. I've got all kinds of things here that I'm dealing with, especially this time of year, as we're heading into the turn of a year. And a small, medium business, mid-market business, whatever you want to call them, they might keep devices for 4, 5, 6 years. I know the last time I was doing an upgrade, I'm like, my device is fine. I don't want to do a change right now. I don't want to have to refigure all the passwords and all that kind of stuff, and go through that. But it ended up being a positive for me. But why should they think about, hey, now's the time to upgrade, even if I might be mid to late cycle and we don't need to be there yet, but I should be thinking about this. What advice would you give to them? What would you say to them?
Good question. So we're seeing a lot of shifts happening right now. There's different expectations of employees with them wanting more modern AI features. And then you're right, from an IT standpoint, one of those things is having longer lasting devices. The Surface Copilot PCs, these devices have driver and firmware support for at least 6 years, which supports that lasting value across life cycles. The challenge with IT is they want more secure devices, more efficient devices, and they want to enable more AI experiences. One of the interesting outcomes that we're seeing emerge right now with these devices that are a platform for AI innovation is giving IT more flexibility to balance costs and control where those AI features run, whether they run locally on the device with a device like a Surface Copilot PC that can support AI features versus the cloud. So it allows organizations to balance those costs for where AI innovation happens. Matt mentioned longer battery life, but that's such an interesting one that is a challenge for most organizations. Just imagine all those employees that come into the office, they go from desk to meeting room, from meeting room to open workspace, back to a meeting room, floor to floor, and not having to go back to their desks to recharge. That's a workspace game changer right there. Just a couple examples, but what we're seeing is these Surface Copilot PCs represent this new baseline for computing in organizations. It's not only about a platform for AI innovation, but it's about having a device that performs faster, that is more secure, has longer battery life, and gives that flexibility with AI features growing so quickly right now for AI to control and balance where those costs are.
So it could be an opportunity for the decision makers within an organization to say, we might not be at that stage yet where we're forced to do an upgrade, but if we do it now, we'll be more secure, we'll be more efficient, people will be happier, and then we could extend that one out longer because it's a purpose-built machine that could allow them to extend that next cycle out. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, total cost of ownership is always one of the top questions that we get from customers, and total cost of ownership connects to the expected device lifetime, right? And for having these devices that have device and firmware support for at least 6 years, that means lower TCO for organizations.
Yeah, Matt, what's your perspective on timing?
Yeah, I'll jump in a couple of ways. There was a lot of machines bought in 2020, the first year of the pandemic, right? And a lot of people, hey, I get it, budgets are tight, whatever. But in 2021, we introduced something called control flow enforcement technology. Not to go too far in the weeds, but it's basically just a hardware-based way to say, hey, I clicked on this link. Am I still on the same source code, or did it jump over to something malicious, right? Our competitors basically replicated the same thing. So it's out there, and unfortunately, nobody talks about it because it's not a differentiator. But it is a differentiator in that from that year 2020 to 21, the surface level attack just got dramatically reduced. I think it's like 30-40% less of an area to attack because of this one feature. So increasingly, security becomes the reason for you to upgrade your fleet. And we've already seen that with Windows 11 and other pieces, but each and every year we're trying to introduce new and better security enhancements together with Microsoft to make these devices secure.